Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Donald Trump is likely to be sitting there as he is in this recent campaign videos. That's a picture of him when he's trying to look his absolute best in his campaign video, which in his mind includes a face partially covered in some form of homemade bronzer in which he always forgets the ears. He always forgets his ears are visible, showing the real color of Donald Trump in contrast to the mud brown that he has decided makes him look his best.
Yeah.
I love you, Lawrence O'Donnell.
No
I will
kidding.
make it my life's mission that he does New York Sexy Liberal. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to give... oh, someone found my earring. Thanks, Jody. It was right there. Okay.
Where you left it?
I'm going to give Black Knight credit for Don Snorleone. I
Yes.
think he was the first one.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Dozo the Clown, I think that was Jimmy Kimmel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh,
I mean...
my
Oh my God! Did you see the lady in the? That's going to be my next Philly sexy liberal. Is the lady faking an orgasm in a alligator suit? There were like,
Oh, and that
there were
story
like
you sent?
2 dozen. There were
I
like,
didn't hear about that.
Oh
What?
God, she sent me the story.
Yeah.
It's insane.
oh, it's fantastic. Somebody they lifted she lifted her alligator suit
In
and
court?
started.
No,
outside.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the. Was this all hell breaking loose that he asked for on Friday? This was
Pretty
2
much.
dozen, perhaps 2 dozen Trump supporters, including the orgasm-y lady in the. You know that's totally Philly sexy liberal.
In the alligator suit?
By the way, isn't this? This is proof God loves us and wants us to be happy. Breaking news as we get on the air: MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, a Trump ally, has his phone seizure case rejected by the Supreme Court. All right, and yes, in case you haven't heard, I did dry hump an actual MyPillow in Minneapolis.
Yeah, tell us about
Yeah,
this.
we want to hear about
We
that.
heard about this.
The second I hit the stage, someone ran up with a MyPillow in a big MyPillow bag, and
So they stormed the stage.
I feel like that was someone saying, "Steph, would you please masturbate on this MyPillow?" Which I did.
So they stormed the stage, pretty
Yes.
much showing that we have no security.
No, there's
No security.
ridiculous.
Great.
Remember Sean used to just let people in the studio?
Oh, yeah.
We thought that one guy was an assassin. Turns out he was a reporter, but who knew? Sean's like, oh, okay, come on in. Okay.
Justice is circling the nipple.
Yes. Oh my God. Have I ever mentioned Rachel Maddow as a national treasure?
She is.
She is. You just forget the history of stuff because he's done so many crimes for so long. But the thing I took away from that, why is he not in jail like Nixon's Bill Barr? Why is he not in jail like frickin' Nixon's AG, John Mitchell, right? Mm-hmm. You forget the whole hit because this was like, oh, how come he wasn't ever charged federally? Because of Bill Barr. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that Rachel went through the whole history of that Justice Department.
Yeah.
Because of course you go back to, why was Michael Cohen the only one that was, Bill Barr tried to stop that. That's how you know Michael Cohen's a credible witness because they were trying to say, oh, he's fantastic, it's a disgrace. They were going to try to get him off so
That's
he
right.
would never talk. He tried to stop the prosecution of Michael Cohen. Anyway, when they couldn't, this is what happened. So Michael Cohen's the only one that goes to, but he stopped the prosecution of Donald Trump. He also, oh my God, the whole history, stopping the prosecution of Stone, Flynn. You go through all of the crooked that Bill Barr did at that, and he's on opening his big yap over on CNN or whatever. Oh my God, haul his ass to jail. But anyway, you realize why we're here, and that's what makes it even sweeter. Enjoy every level of this orange clown's humiliation because he does not look good. Holy crap! Not only is he, and how hilarious the whole Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
I know. All of that.
My God. But he doesn't. Oh my God, he looks terrible. But this is finally, they always say justice delayed. Well, here it is. I'm
Finally.
sure, right? This is our Scooby-Doo moment. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Thank you, Alvin Bragg, because that was one of the zillion crimes. We were like, how did he get away with that?
Yeah.
Well, Bill Barr, that's how he got away with it. And he hasn't gotten away with it yet. So anyway, that's the other layer of this that's just fantastic. And he's going to be, oh my God, I cannot wait for Stormy Daniels to testify about his tiny mushroom penis. Like you can just the judge being able to, you realize this whole thing we've been screaming about, no one's above the law. Watching his orange ass sit there, and he's introduced as Donald Trump, not the president, and he has to say, yes, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't. Can I get out for this or that? No, this is what actual justice looks like.
His son's graduation. He hasn't been to any other of his kids' graduation.
This was confirmed on Twitter because I said that. How much do you want to bet?
Yeah.
And Andrew Wortman on Twitter says Donald Trump did not attend the high school graduation ceremony for Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, or Tiffany. And Barron's graduation is on Friday, May 17th, when court's not even scheduled or in session.
Exactly.
Thank you, Andrew.
Exactly. They're not even in court that day. And that's my nephew's 50th birthday that day.
He thinks everything's optional for him.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to be here. This is what I love. It's a criminal trial. He needs to sit his ass. So here's where delay doesn't benefit him, right? Because he can't be on the campaign trail. He's going to have Wednesdays off. It's like, okay, the judge is like, well, if the trial goes as, if they keep slowing it down, he's going to need Wednesdays.
Absolutely.
And that's up to the judge, not you. Oh my God.
And he wants to be up there for sidebars.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, and how about...
Does any other criminal?
Can I just say
No,
I
just
want to
lawyers.
date and kiss and marry the one juror, the woman. I said, can you be fair? She's like, no, I hate him. Okay. Very succinct to the point. Can I go? Thank you. I'm double parked.
That's very New York.
It's very new. I hate him. I loathe him.
But here's what I hate. I have to say, our side tends to be fair and be
honest.
honest. And that's what I'm afraid of is his side isn't. Like, those have got to be our people that are like, no, I can't be fair.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's what I'm afraid of is someone on his side is going to lie because he's a lying dirtbag. So it would make sense that only lying dirtbags are going to try to get on the jury to give him a hung jury. Yeah. Which is the only thing hung, according to Stormy.
Remember the MAGA girl
mushroom
in
penis stuff.
Manafort. Just remember the MAGA girl at the Manafort trial.
That's
she
right.
did convict.
Yeah. We'll see, but I mean, a lot of the people too that couldn't be fair. You also wonder they're afraid for their lives and their families, and it really is. Don Snorleone is perfect. It is a mob trial.
Yeah. It is.
There was another mob name I forget now. I'll find it. Okay. Anyway, so a lot to talk about. We have Hal Sparks in studio to talk about the improper touching.
Oh well.
Improper touching.
And we can find out if he got turgid.
Yes.
He'll let us know.
If he didn't, I have really
Lost
my
touch.
game. Lost my game. Could be I've lost a step in technique since the 80s. Anyway, Charlie Pierce and Kimberly Johnson all on the big
90s.
show.
You were in the parking lot in the 90s.
90s. I didn't touch his thing in the parking lot. We only made out. How many times do I have to tell you this story
still could have
about
gotten
KBC?
turgid.
What?
It still could have happened.
All right.
I'm sure he did get turgid if you were making out in a car in the KBC parking lot.
Why must we review old stories?
Well,
Why?
you tell
You
them to
brought
me.
it up.
Yes. If
You don't need to fill in the details. Why don't you go on vacation?
Oh,
He is this Friday.
Okay, good. Don't come back until the
week
vacation's
from
until
over
the
in a few
following
days.
Friday. Yeah.
Yes, Robert was. I mean, thank you for all the rave reviews for Sexy Liberal Minneapolis, our kickoff on the Sexy Liberal Save the World tour. Hal Sparks will be right there in studio in just a little bit. Robert, though, was Dear Miss Miller. I attended the Save the World tour in Minneapolis on Saturday. I have to say I was disappointed. I was in the pit, and not only did you wear tights so I didn't get to see your hoo-ha, of which there were several opportunities, you dry-humped everything but me. It was like being back in high school. Thanks for reinforcing my teenage insecurities. Bobby in Minneapolis.
He was sitting in the corner in the gym during prom.
Exactly.
I am married, I think, to both John Fugelsang and Hal Sparks in several states. Can I just say, people are correct. I am newly single, and I was acting like a common trollop. It
And
was
you
my
were
first
horny.
time out of the house in a long time.
You were horny.
It was the first stop, Chris, on the Save the World tour. And I felt like I needed to save the world one slutty act at a time. So Friday night, I broke into John Fugelsang's hotel room. I crashed his Sirius XM show, and I ear him into the middle of the next election cycle.
Never up that late.
Yeah, what
I
was
know.
that about?
I was traveling. I was jet lagged. I was just pounced on him.
Like a bobcat.
And whatever I put in that ear, Chris, he's carrying that to term. Whatever's in there, I just And then Hal Sparks, I'll tell the story when he's here. But so you know Hal Sparks, fantastic, in addition to a fantastic comedian, musician,
Right.
he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
If you've
Yes.
seen Queer as Folk, Lab Rats.
Absolutely.
I am, what's the word? Not. So,
Despite your theater degree from
Your
USC?
theater degree.
this was quite a while ago. But you'll recognize this story because there's another one.
You went to school with Forrest Whitaker, Eric Stoltz, and Daphne Zuniga.
Someone had to be the class loser.
Well, wasn't Ali Sheedy also in the
Yes.
class?
Okay.
Yes. And Eric Stoltz, yes. Okay, my point is, during the Lauren Boeberding demonstration, I realized, I don't know if Hal is litigious, but because, we were making like goofy cartoon noises, but I was actually touching his,
No.
yeah. I realized like I could have just been whatever, but I was actually like, and then I was like, oh, I apologize. I will apologize to Hal in person when he
Did you
gets
make
here.
Hal turgid?
Because he was doing the Boeberding on my boob, but I don't think he was really touching. Then I was like, oh, because you remember the
That's
story
how
when
actors do that.
when
They
I was the
don't.
celebrity guest at Groundlings, and when Will Ferrell was still in the Groundlings. You remember this story? And I was playing a slutty ghost in the sketch, and I actually
don't remember this at all. What?
I actually shoved my tongue into Will Ferrell's mouth,
Oh, well, you're not supposed to do that.
No.
which he was also lovely about that. He went along with it, and just he yes-anded, and it was
That is improv.
yeah. It was, but later I was like, oh, you're just supposed to indicate you're kissing. You're
Well,
not actually supposed to.
You know that SNL sketch where he and Rachel Dratch played the Lovas? Mm-hmm. I think there was a lot of actual licking and tonguing going on.
Yeah, but that
in
was by
those.
permission.
Okay.
There's a difference.
They might have planned that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was unplanned.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's
So
a
like
difference.
John Fugelsang's ear pregnancy was unplanned.
Well,
Yeah, and we apologize.
have you talked to the lovely and talented Charmy about this?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I saw her a few weeks ago when I was in the New York City area.
Send my regards and apologies for anything that will happen. Will I calm down by Philly? I don't know.
No.
Probably not. Someone's gonna crack my Liberty Bell in Philly.
Oh,
in a couple
Don't
of weeks.
ever say that again.
No. Did you see me? I was like powered by crack in Minneapolis. I had a picture with everything: the Prince mural, the
Yeah.
Pete Dylan mural, the Mary Tyler Moore statue. I did not get to the Harbar. I apologize. It's out somewhere, but
It's in
I did
Roseville.
a walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a walking tour of everything else.
I love
there's-
Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Well-
I danced in front of the Prince thing. I did a Bob Dylan impression. I did my Mary Tyler Moore impression. 2 Mary Tyler Moore.
Weren't you trying to take the ball out of like the
Yes, the
dog's
twins' dog. I
mouth?
still couldn't get that damn ball out of it.
Well, I mean, it's-
Yeah. Oh, I also dry humped the statue of Rod Carew in front of the Twins Stadium.
I'm sure he enjoyed it.
There's a lot of love. A lot of love. Teresa, sexy
Why
little
didn't you dry hump Mary Tyler Moore? That's more your
I
speed.
know. I should have.
Yeah.
I have too much respect. Teresa in Minneapolis, thank you for kicking off Sexy Liberal in Minneapolis. It was my first. You never forget your first. I love you, John, Hal, and Frangel, all the more. We had seats in the 4th row, and I'm afraid I've probably seen everything Chris has seen. Anyway,
Well.
you killed it, and we loved it. P.S. I was in charge of the weather. Oh, my God. It was
Beautiful.
hotter in Minneapolis than in L.A. I got
Yeah,
back to
it was
L.A., and I
cold.
was like, it's
It was
cold.
cold here.
Oh, my God. I got to go back to Minneapolis for the sunshine.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Amazing time was had. Full house. Amazing. Can I just say it's not just a thing. Minnesota nice. People are so nice. Oh my God.
They are nice.
Oh my God. Wait. Oh,
They're
hang on.
practically Canadian.
Yeah.
I know it, right? Maybe because they're so close to Canada. Robin brought yummy vegan food.
Oh.
Robin
Yay.
Asbell. Look, there we all are. Oh, I posted that picture too.
Is she the one that called in from the Harmar
Yes.
and told us about the story about?
Yes.
Okay, MyPillow at the
She
Harmar.
actually made biscuits for Francis and Angela.
Oh.
That's funny.
They were yummy. It was fantastic. It's like a wild rice blueberry thing. It was fantastic.
sounds yummy.
Robin, great show. Says, great show. Dear Steph, thanks for a night of smart, raunchy comedy. I invited a friend who's not a news junkie, like most of your fans, and who'd never heard the show. She had a blast and is planning to listen from now on. Hi, Robin's friend.
Hi.
Thanks again for letting me bring food backstage.
Letting me.
See, that's Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
It is.
Well,
You are invited to Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour. It's the political comedy event of the year, and it's coming to a city near you. Join Stephanie Miller, the queen of progressive talk radio, along with Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, and the comedy duo Frangela, mocking all the fascists and trolls for a tour that is hilarious, inspiring, and deeply offensive to just the right people. It's an all-new tour with all new guests and a side-splitting evening of stand-up. Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour.